What's up, everyone? Welcome back. So life can get busy and it seems I'm always short on time and I don't really have time to cook as much as I would like, which is why today I'm going to be taking a closer look at Dinnerly, specifically how it works, who it's best for, and what makes it stand out in such a crowded meal kit market. Now, Dinnerly is known for being the cheapest meal kit you can get, but what makes it stand out is how they've managed to keep the prices low without skimping on the stuff that actually matters. So if you've ever looked into meal kits and felt like they were just a little too pricey to justify long term, Dinnerly might be the one of the few that actually changes your mind. So starting with the basics, Dinnerly is built around a very clear goal: to make cooking at home easier and more approachable without making you spend a fortune or deal with anything too complicated. It's actually the budget-friendly sibling to Marley Spoon, which is a higher-end meal kit. So you're essentially getting a simpler version of a premium service, just stripped of the extras that most people don't really need in the first place. And that approach is baked into everything, from how the meals are packaged to how the recipes are designed. You're not getting fancy extras or chef-curated plating tips here, but what you do get is a really practical solution for weeknight meals that are quick, reliable, and cost less than takeout, especially if you're cooking for more than one person. Now, in terms of how the service actually works, it's pretty straightforward from start to finish. Just head on over to their website or app, choose your plan, either for 2 people or for 4, and then pick how many meals you want to get each week. They let you choose anywhere from 2 to 6 meals, which is nice if you want that extra flexibility. From there, you can select your preferences, things like vegetarian, low calorie, low carb, even stuff like picky eater approved or quick and easy. These help Dinnerly recommend meals each week that match your style, but you're still free to choose whatever you want from the full menu, so nothing gets locked in. Each week there's a rotating list of over 100 recipes to pick from, which is a lot for a meal kit in this price range. Once you pick your meals, you also choose your delivery day, and from that point it kind of runs on autopilot. You'll get a box each week with everything you need, and if plans change, you can pause or skip deliveries easily from your account. Now, what's worth pointing out is that the ingredients show up together in one big box, not split up by recipe. So when it arrives, you'll need to spend a few minutes sorting everything before you start cooking. It's not a big deal, but that's one of the ways Dinnerly keeps costs low. Same thing with the recipes. They're digital only, so no printed cards in the box. And when you're ready to cook, most of the meals take around 30 minutes or less. The steps are very simple and the prep is usually pretty light. Sometimes there is a bit of chopping, but overall it's designed to be quick and not too fussy. They've also got a market section where you can toss in extras like snacks, desserts, or ready-to-heat meals. It's a nice bonus if you want to skip the grocery store for the small stuff too. On top of all that, Dinnerly is very flexible. You can cancel anytime, skip weeks, or put it on hold without getting charged. They also send a reminder before each weekly cutoff, so you have time to make changes or switch meals if needed. So Dinnerly keeps things simple when it comes to pricing, but there are a couple of things worth pointing out if you want to get the best value. First, the plans are based on how many people you're cooking for, 2 or 4, and then how many meals you want per week. The more meals you include, the cheaper it gets per serving. So if you're getting the full 6 meals for 4 people, that's where you will see the lowest price, which can go as low as $6 a serving. Now, on the flip side, smaller plans like just 2 meals for 2 people end up costing more per plate. So Dinnerly really encourage you to order more meals to get the better rate. One thing that's always added on top is the shipping fee. It's a flat $11 per box, no matter how many meals you're getting. And depending on the recipes you pick, there can be some small upcharges for certain meals. So, for example, if you choose a premium recipe with fancier ingredients or want to swap out proteins, that might cost a couple extra bucks. But there are also saver meals that actually cost less than the standard ones, which is a nice option if you're trying to cut back even more. So overall, it's a very flexible pricing model, but if you want to keep the per serving cost as low as possible, going with the bigger plan definitely helps. And if you want to give Dinnerly a try, then you can use the affiliate link below. It doesn't cost you anything extra, and we might earn a small commission, which does help out the channel. And sometimes we do have special deals that you wouldn't get if you went directly through their website. So if we're breaking it all down, there are a few key things that really make Dinnerly worth considering. First off, the price. This is easily one of the most affordable meal kits out there. If you go with one of the larger plans, the per serving cost can actually end up being lower than buying ingredients at the store. And that's not even counting the time you're saving by skipping meal planning and grocery shopping. Now, because the meals are simple and the prep is minimal, You're not spending an hour in the kitchen, and since everything is pre-portioned, it all moves pretty fast. What I like about Dinnerly is how simple it is. You don't have to be some master chef to pull these meals off. The recipes are straightforward, there's no tricky techniques, and usually just 5 or 6 steps. So even if you're not super confident in the kitchen, it's an easy way to get more comfortable cooking at home. Another upside is food waste, or really the lack of it, since everything is portioned for exactly what you need. There's a lot less throwing stuff out at the end of the week. You're not buying a full bunch of parsley just to use a tablespoon once. And finally, this is a great option for families. A lot of the meals are tagged as kid-friendly or picky eater approved, so it's easy to find stuff everyone will eat. You don't have to make separate meals or guess what might work. Dinnerly already builds that into the menu. Now, if you're comparing Dinnerly to other budget meal kits, the one that gets lined up against the most is Every Plate, and honestly, they are pretty similar in a lot of ways. Both are designed to be affordable, both keep it simple, and they both skip the extras to bring the cost down. So instead of individually bagged ingredients, you get one big box with everything inside, and it's up to you to sort it out. Now, where Dinnerly really sets itself apart is the menu. While Every Plate gives you around 25 to 30 meals to choose from each week, Dinnerly goes over 100, and that's a huge difference if you're trying to avoid eating the same stuff over and over. Those choices make a difference if you have dietary preferences or if you just like having more freedom to mix things up. So if you want a wider range of vegetarian meals or meals that cook pretty fast or something kid-friendly, there's just more to choose from. Now, to be fair, Every Plate does include printed recipe cards, which some people prefer. So if that's something you really like, it might be a point in their favor. But the trade-off is you're getting fewer options overall. So it kind of comes down to what matters more to you. Having more variety week to week, or having those little extras like the printed cards. But if your goal is to keep things interesting without spending more, Dinnerly definitely has the edge when it comes to choice. So overall, Dinnerly really nails what it sets out to do. It's affordable, it's flexible, and surprisingly customizable for a meal kit in this price range. You're not getting all the extras you might find with more premium services, but that's kind of the point. It strips away the stuff you don't need so you can focus on getting quick, fresh meals on the table without spending a ton. And yeah, you do need to sort out the ingredients yourself, and the recipes are all digital, but once you know that going in, they're easy trade-offs to make, especially when you consider just how much variety you're getting every single week. It's not trying to be fancy, it's trying to be practical, and it does a really good job at that. And that wraps up today's video. I hope you found this helpful, and if you did, then please like and subscribe to see more videos just like this. And as I mentioned earlier, if you want to give Dinnerly a try, then you can use the affiliate link in the description below. Sometimes we do have special deals, which you wouldn't get if you went directly to their website. Also, if you are interested in working with us or sponsoring a future video, just reach out using the email in the description below. If you have any questions or comments, drop them down below, and I'll get back to you as fast as I can. Finally, guys, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.